Hi, I'm Morakdice, and welcome to Let's Update. Yes, I am shortly about to release a bunch of LPs that are done a little bit different from my normal format. They are actually going to be what this list is all about. And this list is going to be fun, because I'm forcing you viewers to give me numbers. Yes, off of this little sheet you see in front of you. If you look at my mouse, they're all split into categories, and there are numbers within the categories. Before the Game Boy ones, probably starting with my new ones, I'm going to do that. My first three probably will not, because they're ones Delirious picked. You can just use this number, or you can do like 1 space 25, or like 8 space 23. I don't know. I don't know why I picked 20s. I just felt like it. So if you do that, I will get it done post haste and have an LP. Now, I've played games for most systems, PC and likewise, or especially early consoles, and PlayStation 1 and 2, and a little bit of Xbox and everything. Well, I can count on one hand pretty much all the games I've played for Game Boy Advance, and that's the terrible Lunar Legend, the Shining Force game, which wasn't that bad, but card systems. Just stop with the card systems. Never again. Shining Soul. Oh yeah, Advance Wars. And there were some other ones. Oh, Super Gunstar Heroes and Pokemon games. So yeah, I mean, just about one hand. So, I haven't played most of these games, and I worked at GameStop, so I know how painfully awful Game Boy Advance games can be. You know, kid plays it, comes back 2 hours later, and trades it in for another game. So I'm prepared for bad. A lot of these LPs have terrible sound. I will fix it. And not by fix those LPs, I mean in future LPs it's fixed, so just hang in there. So I think the first one is bad. You can barely hear me because my velvety voice barely picks up on microphone. Also, in other news, I was thinking of starting to do some movie reviews. Just do like short snippets, do like 2 movies or 3 movies in an episode, and just kind of rant on movies, show some pictures from the movies, nothing that interesting. I'm not going to show clips out of the movie or anything ridiculous like that. I don't want to get sued. And when it comes to movies, I am cursed with the movie Versus. Delirious and I got a copy from Amazon, and the 9th chapter is just blank. So when it gets to that point, the chapter starts, it sputters, it skips to like the next chapter, and you miss like half of the story. So yeah, we have to return that through Amazon. Yay. And I've seen it alone. I've seen it alone like 4 or 5 times. But then I tried to show it to someone else a while ago. I had an older bootleg copy, which I don't do anymore. And it ended up dying at the chapter actually after the part where Delirious and I skip. So, yeah, we figure she's had trouble seeing it before in the past because people have talked about it. So we're kind of cursed when it comes to that. But hopefully we get a new copy and it works and life will be good. I'm also trying to see what I can do with PS1, PS2, and Xbox stuff and do some of that stuff. So that way I can have like 2 or 3 LPs going at the same time. It'll probably just be 2. I'll be doing a normal TurboGrafx, Sega CD, Sega Genesis game, something more obscure, and some PC games, older PC games. But I will also be doing these Game Boy ones, all hopefully user-picked, or otherwise I'm going to do lotteries for them, or find random friends and ask them, give me a number between 1 and 791. So then they'll all get posted. Now, I will get through, when I do these games, for Game Boy Advance, I will try to complete them to the utmost. If they're like the first game I played, which was almost unplayable, I will get as far as I can and then stop. um, if I'm not going to do, as much as I love Zeta plays, I love his LPs, I'm not going to rip him off with a thing. I'm not doing some wheel to randomly pick it. I'm going to ask people, or people can write in the comments or write on a video or whatever. So that way I do these randomly because I've never played them, and I will try to beat them to the utmost. But again, if they're really bad, I'm not playing all the way through them. If it's like arduous to get anywhere in it, I don't care if it's tedious and boring. I'll make fun of it to all hell. But yeah, I will try to get through those. What else? In the last week of May, first week of June, there might be a delay in my LPs because Delirious and I are moving next door. So it shouldn't be a long blackout period, and hopefully I can upload from my laptop. But there won't be any like new content during those 2 weeks, so hopefully I have enough of a backlog, which right now I already have like a 2-month backlog, something around there. I actually have an LP that was done that I'm doing with Delirious, and it's a lot of episodes, and there's another guest in it, but so yeah, I haven't posted it. It's not complete. There's actually a lot of things I had to do to it to try to get it functional. I'm not a perfectionist, but I also have another LP that I started, and I was doing really well, but there was a lot of issues, and the game kept crashing, and the load times were inexplicably terrible. So yeah, I pretty much, I won't say I nixed it. I need to have somebody actually watch it to let me know if it's worth posting or if it's just woefully unfunny and tedious. I don't like expect overly quality, but I don't want to put out something that this game is really good, and I don't want people to be ruined by like the first episode or two. I'd rather start out strong and slowly be boring, because at least the game will be interesting. But anyway, what else? I was trying to think. There's something else. I've had to redo this video like 3 times because my microphone keeps not picking up, or it screws up, or I get like weird like sounds in the background. Yeah, I mean, other than that, I'm always willing to take suggestions, comments, questions, charcoal renderings, really anything. So, if you have anything or anything any games you'd like to suggest, or any numbers you would like to pick, or, any movies you want me to review, or if I'm going to do that, if you think it's a stupid idea, then I'll still do it. But just let me know. Leave it in the comments for this video or on my wall, although I really do prefer on the video. But, we can't all have that. But, should I just squeeze for more time? I don't know. Well, I'm going to give you a spoiler. The games in the numbered list, there are sports games. And I hate sports games with a passion. But the second LP I'm going to post is pretty much a sports game. It's little mini games, but it's still sports games. And the third one is also a sport, which I loathe with the passion of 1,000 suns. Dying Stars, that is. But I'm still going to do them and play them to the utmost. I'm not going to like if there's a WrestleMania game, I'm beating it once with one character. And that's it. I'm not going to beat it with every single character and hear all of their endings. If you really love that, you can go ahead and do that. But I can't stand most sports games. And wrestling games are a sport game, in my opinion. And fishing games. I will catch like 2 fish, and then I will never play it again. But hopefully I can get through them. The first game, since it has bad sound, is this god-awful Serious Sam Advance. it is a bad game. And the LP is not that great because my voice is like completely muffled out. But in other notes, I have a bunch of Xbox games lying around here, and I might do an Xbox, PS2, PlayStation 1 game on the side. Still going to do TurboGrafx, Sega CD, and now there's going to be Game Boy Advance games and possibly movie reviews. So expect a lot more content on my channel, and hopefully I can keep up and continue doing it. But either way, this has been Let's Update with me, Morak Dias. See you later.